Hello everyone, my name is Marco Tempest. I'm a cyber-illusionist. And what I'm going to show you today is some of the secrets behind creating magic. Cyber-illusionist, what does that mean? Well, it means I combine magic and science to create illusions. Arthur C. Clarke once said that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That is true, and magicians have known it for over 2,000 years. Around 150 BC, Hero of Alexandria described how the temples of ancient Greece were filled with magic. Altars burst into flames, doors mysteriously opened, musical instruments played as if touched by the gods. Now, Hero, a mathematician, also explained how these miracles were accomplished. They were all magic tricks, applications of the little-known sciences of hydraulics, pneumatics, and chemistry. But to the temple visitors, this was magic. Now, magic as an entertainment form has long separated itself from the gods and superstition. But it has always maintained its relationship with science. Magicians are the original early adopters of technology. Whenever we hear about a new development in science, whether it's physics, optics, chemistry, or even psychology, we figure out ways to use it in our magic, keeping one step ahead of the public and following Arthur C. Clarke's dictum in disguising science as magic. Magic that we now accept as part of the world of entertainment. Now, magic is a very introverted field. While scientists regularly publish their latest research, we magicians do not like to share our methods and secrets. That's true even amongst peers. But if you look at creative practice as a form of research, or art as a form of R&D for humanity, then how could a cyber-illusionist like myself share his research? Now, my own speciality is combining digital technology and magic. And about 3 years ago, I started an exercise in openness and inclusiveness by reaching out into the open source software community to create new digital tools for magic. Tools that could eventually be shared with other artists to start them off further on in the process and to get them to the poetry faster. Now, today I'd like to show you something which came out of these collaborations. It's an augmented reality projection tracking and mapping system. Something of a digital storytelling tool. And maybe we can bring down the lights. This is it. So my creative process always begins with an empty canvas, which is equally frightening and equally exciting. Frightening because of the endless possibilities, exciting for the same reasons. But once I commit my first stroke, the adventure begins. This is to remind me to have fun here in front of this big crowd. So here we go. Sorry, I completely forgot the floor. Let me try that again. Hello. Come on. Over here. Give him something else, please. Over here. Ah, that's it. Want to give it another try? Okay. Ah, he got the hang of it. No. Okay. I wouldn't try that. Uh-oh. Hey. Let's try something else. Come on. Over here. Okay. Ah. Here. Yeah? Oh, I know what he wants. All right. Okay, go ahead. Bye-bye. Thank you. So, in the spirit of a truly open source magician, I'd like to give you a sneak peek on actually how this system works. So in front of me is a little projector, and mounted on the projector is a high-speed camera. The high-speed camera has an infrared filter in front of it, which enables it to see little infrared tracking markers which are embedded in this canvas. They're right here. There's also a magnetic cookie if I get hungry. So my software on my little computer there tracks the position of the canvas about 120 times every second and is able to project the video image onto the canvas no matter how I move the canvas. There's also some physics simulations which are built into the software, so I can simulate water and physics of objects interacting with each other. One thing which I think is really relevant with this is that this is made with open source software. This is made with software which people have put on the internet for other people to create new software and develop it further. So in a way, it's very inexpensive science for aspiring scientists and innovators. So that's the magic projection system. Now, it may be worth saying something at this point about the nature of magic. What is magic? And why do magic tricks fool us? Now, magicians are often thought of as being masters of sleight of hand. The quickness of the hand deceives the eye. But that is not true. Magic does not depend on deceiving the eye. It depends on deceiving the brain. The tricks of magicians are not designed to fool the eye. The eye sees whatever is put in front of it. It's the brain that translates the scene into information. And the brain loves to look for patterns in the environment, because it saves time and energy. So the brain recognizes elements and assumes that the things it sees now are exactly the same as the things it has seen before. Now, we magicians take advantage of the brain's lazy thinking, because in a magic trick, nothing is ever as it seems. Magicians carefully design their tricks, so everything about them seems familiar. The props seem ordinary, the magician's actions above suspicion, even the words we use seem straightforward and unambiguous. But this veneer of ordinariness covers many deceptions. So the eye sees everything, but the brain is being fooled. Now, I'd like to show you a card trick. And to make sure that I don't use any sleight of hand, I'm going to use some very big cards. And I want you all to play along. All right? Here we go. I have 5 virtual playing cards. Don't let me influence you. Pick one of these 5 cards. Remember the suit and remember the value of your card. And make up your mind now. You got a card? Don't forget your card. I'm gonna mix up the cards, just like this. All right. And I'm gonna remove one of the cards. How about this one? Now, if I was right, then your card is now gone. Yeah? Did that work? Well, don't worry about it. My card disappeared too, actually. By the way, this trick has a name. All magic tricks have names. This one is called the Princess Card Trick. It was invented and created by magician Henry Hardin in 1903. He described himself as the Prince of Ideas, hence the name, the Princess Card Trick. And it was originally done using real playing cards. But magicians love to create. And over the past 100 years, there have been literally dozens of versions of Hardin's trick. The one you just saw was designed for the 21st century. It eliminates any possibility of sleight of hand. But it wouldn't have been possible without the input of some very creative people. Not magicians, computer programmers, and digital designers. And that brings me to another topic which I think is an essential part of the creative process: collaboration. If you look at the history of the world, you'll find that all great ideas stem from the work of some extraordinary individuals. Some were renowned in their time, others only recognized for their geniuses posthumously, but all changed the history of the world. They have one thing in common. To use a modern cliché, they thought outside the box. They were rare, talented individuals who set the waypoints for art, science, society, and culture. And the rest of humanity followed. Now, the history of magic is exactly the same. Every magician knows the names of people like Johann Nepomuk Hofzinser, Robert Houdin, Di Vernon, and Robert Harbin. These are the names of our magic heroes. They laid the foundations for our craft. Now, we can't all be geniuses, but we can build on what has come before and create works that even our heroes could not have imagined in their lifetime. And one of the best ways of doing that is collaboration. To update Hardin's original trick, I had to collaborate. My goal was to take a 100-year-old card trick and take it into the new media. Because of the technology, it is no longer a trick I have to personally perform for every individual. I can now perform it for large groups of people at the same time. It works on the internet, on Vimeo or YouTube, for example. It can run as a video on television. I've even created a version that works in 3D. Collaboration between different groups. In this case, a magician and experts in digital technology can produce amazing results. Now, true collaboration also avoids groupthink. Groupthink is when a group of people with the same background apply themselves to a problem. The result is very likely a natural development of whatever existed before, a tiny step in the evolution of whatever is being discussed. But really, the worst thing about groupthink is that objections and real innovation are often lost. The geniuses that contributed most to everything we see around us were also people who passionately believed in their ideas. So passionately that they were prepared to endure any kind of criticism. They had visions of the future that other people did not share. They weren't part of any group. They were individuals, and they persevered. Now, I know it's very difficult for us when brainstorming with colleagues to raise objections or to suggest radical and new ideas. I've heard it said many times, we don't want problems, we want solutions. And the person at the table who seemed to be negative will very often find themselves excluded from the creative process. It sucks to stand up and say, I don't think this is gonna work. So we tend to go with the flow, and that's why so many projects are disappointing or fail. Now, working outside of your comfort zone, working with people of entirely different backgrounds and with different skill sets, I find that extremely rewarding. It brings together equally passionate people and generates new and inspiring ideas. And it avoids what any outsider could have told us was an obvious pitfall. It takes us forward into the new and unexplored territory. So we move from the familiar and into the new. And that's important for magic, because in magic, surprise is everything. Now I would like to show you something that for me was new territory. The smartphone. It changed the world. When I first saw one of these devices, I immediately wanted to use it in my work. At first, I started doing magic with the phones. I made it levitate, change color, disappear. That wasn't really very creative. It was just substituting one object for another. But what if the phone itself would become a new platform for magic? One that could be shared by any user. I started creating magic tricks and magic puzzles and videotaped them directly with my camera phone and uploaded the videos from my phone directly onto YouTube. Now, the idea went against a lot of what magic is all about. Magic is about secrecy, but the internet is about disseminating information. So the world's biggest platform for communication suddenly doesn't seem such a good idea for magic and magicians. Now, YouTube is a medium that depends by default on audience feedback. And that meant that my videos not only invited the people to figure out how the tricks were done, but to explain how they were done right beneath my video. Now, this is a conversation magicians generally don't like to have. The videos also invited the viewers to try the tricks themselves. It was a bold gamble, but it created incredible results. I'd like to show you the first video of the series that I've produced. Hi, I'm Marco Tempest. This is a first in a series of videos where I show you my magic with my cell phone camera. Everything you see is exactly the way my cell phone camera saw it. There's no editing and no video tricks at all. So this is it, here we go. Hey guys, that's a very good looking umbrella. You mind if I borrow it for just a moment? Is that alright? I'm gonna pass you the camera phone, just like this. And you can shoot this for me. Alright, can you still see the umbrella?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Now watch. Whoa. Can I give that back to you? Yeah, and let me have the camera. Whoa.
The illusion makes everybody look little. That's the key. That's the key, it makes it look little.
Yeah. So, thank you. Thank you. Now this video with almost zero production value got over 1 million views in the first few hours. In keeping with the momentum, I started creating a weekly camera phone magic video. The feedback after each video was released on YouTube was tremendous. People loved to try to guess how the tricks were done. They also created their own versions of the tricks and uploaded them onto YouTube. And they even imitated me and my funny Swiss accent.
Hello, my name is Marco Tempest, and today I will show you some magic tricks on my camera phone.
Hi, my name is Marco Tempest. This is another one of those things where I show you my magic using my webcam camera phone.
I'm here to bust Marco Tempest. It's not even sleight of hand.
Hi, I'm Marco Tempest.
But it was a huge success. 25 videos and 50+ million views. Not just for the videos I posted, but for all the videos the users posted. So the departure from my slick, polished TV magician type persona to a dorky cell phone guy on YouTube was risky. But it produced incredible results and opened the door to many new and exciting opportunities. Now here's one more video of the series I produced. It was commissioned by the United Nations Millennium Campaign. How about magic to provoke social change? Hi there, I'm Marco Tempest. I'm here to show you some magic with nothing more than my camera phone and absolutely no post-production or video editing. Now this is my friend Elia. Elia is going to hold the camera to show you where I'm sitting. I'm sitting here comfortably in New York City's Columbus Park. Now when you're sitting down,
nothing happens. When you're standing up, things start to happen. In the year 2000, the leaders of 189 nations promised to end global poverty. They promised to make ending global poverty a priority. But if you're sitting down, nothing happens. But if we're standing up, we can remind those leaders about their promise. All over the world, people will stand up and be counted to mark the most people in history to stand up and support a global cause. Now, if we sit down, nothing happens. But if we stand up, things start to happen, just like magic. To find out more, go to millenniumcampaign.org. There's no trick to it. So stand up and make it happen.
Now tonight, we can Thank you. use our cell phones to work some global Risk magic. is part of creativity. And taking risk means that sometimes you have to abandon old ideas in favor of better ones. In my own career, I've reinvented myself several times. As a teenager, I wanted to be like the cool sleight of hand artist I'd seen on television and in theaters. But you can't expect to borrow ideas and images that others have created and have them fit you. I changed my image a lot. Sometimes I tried to be like the magicians I admired. Sometimes I tried to be like the magicians I thought the market would like. It was a long time before I realized that imitation is not creation. My best ideas were the ones I was most passionate about. Good or bad, they were unique to me. So I took a risk and followed them. Now, if you are not taking a risk, taking a chance on an idea that you are passionate about, then you probably aren't being as creative as you'd like to be. It reminds me of another thing that Arthur C. Clarke said. The only way of discovering the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible. And that is really what magic and innovation is all about. So, thank you. Let me try to sum up my thinking on creativity. Magic is a naturally creative environment, but there's some basic rules that can be applied to any situation. First, we need creativity. Without it, today would be the same as yesterday, and tomorrow the same as today. Creativity is a natural human resource. We shouldn't waste it. Second, be passionate. Whatever it is that you do, you must love it. I've been a magician since I was 7 years old, and I dedicated my entire life to creating illusions of one sort or another. It's an endless fascination. Third, know your subject. Technology changes, but good ideas are always good ideas and can be repurposed to suit new times and applications. Think of Henry Ardai's card trick from 1903. I know that trick will still be around in another 100 years. Fourth, avoid groupthink. Brainstorming doesn't work if you keep your thoughts to yourself. Brainstorming doesn't work if you all start out with the same thoughts. And brainstorming doesn't work if you are not prepared to listen to everyone and explore every option. Fifth, we've been through an area of specialization, where experts can be defined as people who know more and more about less and less. Now, that doesn't lead to radical change. Collaborate. Work outside of your comfort zone. Join forces with talented people that don't think the same way you do. Take risks. You will both learn something. You will have fun. You will create new possibilities. Finally, believe in yourself. One of the most talented men of all time was Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. He excelled in art, science, literature, a true polymath. Magic, he said, is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. Now, we can't all be geniuses like Goethe, but I truly believe that given the right framework, we can all be creative. Magicians make the impossible happen every day, and so can you. Thank you.